Welcome to your lands, boys. We back, better than ever. It's the OGs, Dre, Elijah. We back. Weekly show. This week it's all NFL drive. All we busting out the NFL drive. Next week we can move on to that NBA shit, playoffs and shit. But this week it's where the real sport lives. Elijah, how you been, bro?
Man, blessed, bro. I'm glad to be back for real, for real.
Hell yeah, it's been what 2 years, right?
2 years, bro. 2 years. So much done happened. So much
So
done
much.
happened. I didn't think we was gonna get back.
Man, it's just been thing after thing after thing after thing after
Bro,
thing, bro. It's good to see you
living.
healthy. Hey,
Yeah.
you gotta tell everybody. I know we got a little following. Tell everybody you a coach now.
Yeah, yeah. I'm coaching
How
uh
is that? How's
college
coaching?
football. Coaching is dope, bro. I started off at high school with Shaw, my alma mater, our alma mater, the school we
Yeah.
graduated from. So started there, and then I ended up meeting the right people. They put me on with Ohio Valley Community College. It was an upstart JUCO, and I took a chance, and we ended up getting five dudes recruited by Mount. So I mean, honestly, for me, that's what it's all about, man.
Hey, hey, man, it's a blessing, man. You working your way up. You got to start from. I ain't gonna say the bottom because that's not bottom, but that you got to start
Yeah,
somewhere to get. You gonna eventually be up there at the Ohio States, then the NFL and shit. That's how
man.
you was, man. So we already know, bro. But speaking on football though, I gotta ask you this question. It's been 2 years. We didn't get our original reaction like it had just happened then.
Right.
Deshaun Watson, bro.
Yes, sir.
I gotta ask you this because I already know how Shaq would have reacted by now.
Mm.
But rest in heaven. But what's your overall take on Deshaun Watson and the whole trade and all that? How it resulted? It's been what 4 years now since he been traded.
Yeah, really. Yeah, going on five.
Yep.
Um, my honest opinion, I'm gonna give you what my initial reaction was. Right. I'm realistic. My initial reaction was that was a great gamble for a team like the Cleveland Browns to take. That was my initial reaction. Where I got sour on the decision was when I realized everything that they did to Baker leading up to that. And if you play the tapes, nobody on this show was more critical of Baker Mayfield than me.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Huh?
But after that shit that they did, I literally said, after we found out about the injury, he played a whole season injured. Y'all let him do that. I don't give a fuck who he is and what he says about I want to go on the field. Bro, if you're hurt and you need surgery, you're going to get surgery.
Yep.
Period. Period. They sabotaged that man the minute that Stefanski realized that he doesn't like him. And I don't think he doesn't like him as a it's like he doesn't like him as a person. He didn't like his play style. He didn't like the way
Yep.
he approached the game because he's a rah-rah guy. Stefanski is straight face beige man.
Yeah.
That man is vanilla as hell. He doesn't like rah-rah.
He does it.
So, of course, they bumped heads on that. And then now a quarterback enters into the landscape that's also not a rah-rah guy.
Hmm.
So, bump the quarterback that when he was fully healthy got us to the playoffs and won us a playoff game. The first one in what, like 28 years or something like
Yeah,
that.
bro. It's been since what's his name? The 90s, right?
The
No,
90s, bro.
2002. 2002,
No,
right?
20, yeah, 2002. That's a fact. But it was
That's
like 20 something years, bro.
man. That's I just
My
listen.
thing is
Go
when
ahead.
guys break history, you give them the benefit of the doubt. Period. So after I find out that, I say, okay, they should give Baker another year. Then they snake this man. and go recruit his replacement behind his back. I'm a football player. I tell people all the time, if you disrespect the game, the football gods will disrespect you
Yep.
back. And that's what the last 5 seasons have been for the Cleveland Browns. It has been karma for what we did to Baker and what we did to Jarvis and what we did to Odell. It has
Mhm.
been karma for back to back poor decision making that we have made in that front office.
Now with the front office, real quick, with the front office. See, with me, I tend to think it was more of over like the owner and the what's the other guy named the post or whatever his name was, him over because Barry is walking on eggshells, bro. This is last year if he don't get it right. But at the same time, I feel like the owner got him in a puppet string. He can only do
Absolutely.
certain things, and Barry
Andrew
needs to
Berry
put
was
his
brought in
foot
to be a
down.
puppet. He was
Yeah,
brought in to
true,
be a puppet.
true.
That's
And
that's the thing.
with the Deshaun Watson shit, look at we gonna get this into this too. With the Deshaun Watson thing, Baker, I was the biggest Baker fan, bro. He turned
Facts.
they turned me against Baker, bro. That's how confident I was. I trusted these people. I was the biggest Baker fan.
I
They
remember.
turned me against Baker. Baker lighting it up down there in Tampa Bay. And if you keep Baker, you keep those 3 first-round draft picks, bro. You keep all that. You can build a foundation around them. You can build
Yeah.
it. And to think the past fucking 4 or 5 years, man, what we could have been. Jarvis did all that shit to rejuvenize and redirect the receiver room. He got it into a great. We had motherfuckers like Hollywood Higgins. Hollywood Higgins, what a 4th rounder, looking like a fucking all-star.
He looked like a wide receiver two type talent for sure.
Exactly. He went somewhere else. He couldn't emulate that shit. Baker was a great quarterback. Was he a perfect quarterback? No. Was he fucking, like Tom Brady, a Hall of Famer? No. But
No,
he did enough to where he got us
he
to the
wasn't.
he was
He
a
wasn't a Tom Brady
bad
Hall of
call
Famer.
away.
But what I would
Bad
say,
call.
what I would call him, he is our generation's Brett Favre.
Is it? Okay.
He's a gunslinger
I can
to the
see that.
death of him. He a gunslinger to the death of him.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that in big games, being a gunslinger the way Baker is, just costs you those big games. That just is what it is, man.
That's true. And
But
if you
but
don't,
he puts up Hall of Fame numbers.
you do. And it just, bro, can you imagine him with the trajectory and the first rounders we didn't get for Deshaun Watson? Can you imagine that with the defense we have right now? Bro, Super Bowl. Super
Yeah,
Bowl, bro. And
we
that
definitely getting there. We definitely in the conversation.
you bro, just put that bitch up. Put the wrist up, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a how you feel about him? Let's get on to that. How do you feel about Shador? Do you think they gonna give him a chance?
Um, I'm hearing a lot of mixed reviews as far as what they're thinking of him. Um, I just don't see a reality of him being successful with the offensive line the way that it is. Point blank, period. And that even that goes back to all of those draft picks we gave up. And some really talented offensive linemen came out in these last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. Look at the
And
fucking Bears, bro. Whole draft capital. Oh, bro, man, it's just crazy to think of. It's crazy, and the
yeah,
whole fact that you got this quarterback that can't even fucking make a start. He's been injury prone, and when he gets in these games, he's so fucking fiddled and like a fucking abused. I'm sorry to say this, abused like an abused individual. They
mhm.
already abused, so they all timid and fragile, and they scared to throw, scared to run, and it's just like, bro, like, we gave this motherfucker $222 million, bro. Guaranteed. And it's like, bro,
First
like
show back.
you can't even fucking play football. It's
Hey,
so
bro,
frustrating.
it's our first show back. Please don't get us canceled. You got to chill.
Listen, I couldn't put it past any. Listen, man, we on the
Everybody
radar.
knows what you mean. We know what you mean. I just think
It's just,
it's the
I just,
terminology we use today. Like abuse is a cancelable
it
offense,
is,
man.
it is. I'm
You
sorry to
gotta,
all.
yeah,
Listen,
you
I'm
gotta
sorry
say
for
somebody
that.
who, yeah.
I should have put a different. I ain't even gonna cut that out. We just gonna leave that in, bro.
No, leave that in, bro. Leave that in.
Fortunately,
People got to know how real it get on this show.
exactly. But that's gonna lead into the whole point of the of a new segment. Okay, with the Deshaun Watson shit. So we got fleeced. How about we fleece somebody else?
Mm,
Now, in my opinion, how do you reset what you did with Deshaun Watson? You have the best defense. They had the
mm.
best defense the Browns had since the 90s. I'm gonna say the 90s. Best defense. Best defense. One of the best defensive players in NFL history.
History, yes.
Record breaking.
Hmm.
I am proposing this. Going to the fuck. I'm doing it. I'm going to the Eagles. I'm going to Sean's Eagles.
Mm.
Give me three first rounders and give me what's the guy? Jalen Carter. Three first rounders and Jalen Carter. I'll give you Myles Garrett and I even throw in a second rounder for this year's draft. Give me those three first rounders for Myles Garrett. Don't get me wrong, I love Myles Garrett. I got his jersey, bro. I'm hanging that bitch up. I appreciate him. But at the same time, how do you reset what you lost? Next year's draft, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be historic. That draft is dead set. You got
Okay, okay.
quarterback,
So
running
let's
back,
do this. Let's do
everything.
this because you just walked out. No, you just lost your mind. Let's do this, right? So if we take that type of a risk, okay. Now Jalen Carter's a dog. We know that. You really think the Eagles about to give him up? That's first. That's first and foremost.
I if I'm getting Jalen Carter, you know what? I want two first rounders in Jalen Carter.
You think the Eagles is about to give that up
I think so. I think they're willing to risk that. I think they're
for Myles
because
Garrett?
they got what the Eagles do well is they, recruit in free agency. They can recruit
Sure,
players there.
for
Unlike
sure.
any other team, they got a base, they got a foundation, they got coach, they got structure. So I
Listen
believe
what
they
you just
can
said
get that.
though. Free
Jalen,
agency. That's a trade you talking about. This is a different type of gamble.
but
I
they
can go
got
in free
depth.
agency.
They got depth, bro.
I can go into free agency and throw some money at a motherfucker. That's different than a trade because now there is leverage and capital. If these trades don't work out, the Browns are not going to be in a better spot than they were. They're going to be in an even worse spot because now not only did you draft bad, which we tend to do. Now I will say last year was probably the best one in a while.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, for sure. But can we bank on them doing that again?
I think I think it opened a lot of eyes. The Deshaun Watson's bullshit opened a lot of eyes, and that owner, it opened up his checkbook. He can't afford to lose that shit no more. So he got to be on his P's and Q's. And let me tell you this: this is why I think you can get Jalen Carter in those three first rounders. That Eagles front office, that Howie guy, he has a hard on for Myles Garrett. Pause. But I'm telling you, he love him some Myles Garrett. And you take that record breaking sack record, whatever the fuck, and you take it after that year and you sell that to him. I'll even throw in, like I said, and throw in a second rounder. But I think you can go out and get that right now. I think you can. I think they'll do that. If they propose, if the Browns is like, you know what? Here it is. Let's do this. I think the Eagles will accept it just like that because they love them some Myles Garrett. And if you think about it, they're a defensive end away from a Super Bowl, bro. They got structure.
Hmm.
They set on offense, set
Hmm.
on defense, and they can even swing AJ Brown to get a first rounder
But
that they
but you
just
are
missed out on.
you continue to make my point. So is the goal for us to become a championship caliber team, or to help another team become a championship caliber team
I
that
think it can work out
already
in
has a championship?
right.
Why are
You're
we
right.
looking to help winners?
I'm just thinking about those draft picks, bro. We need those draft picks. We have to, let's be real. We gotta rebuild, bro. This team needs rebuild.
Okay, draft better. You did good last
But
year.
you
Do it
need
again.
you can do it that way, but you
How
got
about this one? Develop your players. Stop trading dudes because they don't pan out after 2, 3 years. Stop getting rid of guys. Let guys actually grow into the guy that Myles Garrett is now, a record breaker. He wasn't that in his first season.
yeah, you
Now
right.
Myles Garrett, not only is he elite at rushing a quarterback, but damn it, he helps out in the run now.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I don't want to do it. We was just talking about how can you fix the Deshaun Watson debacle.
No, don't
Because that's the
backpedal.
only other
You know
thing I
what you
can think of.
did. No, I'm gonna tell you how you fix it. Okay, you take your karma. Okay, you wait out the storm. Okay, rush his ass back on the field if you want to. He's gonna get hurt again, and I don't root for nobody to get hurt. But I'm just going off of history. The brother gonna get hurt again, and then they gonna have to turn to Shador, and Shador's gonna get to watch some good football getting played by other teams against us, and maybe that'll help him get better. And that's what we have to bank on. And in this
So,
draft, the Browns got to hit the draft right again. You got to double down on hitting the draft right.
yep,
Having picks don't matter if you don't draft right.
yep,
So why would I give up a generational talent for some draft picks that might not pan out? Now I
true.
do get bringing in Jalen Carter. I do. I'm not mad at that. Right? We would have a hell of an interior with him and Mason Graham. That would be a hell of an interior.
That's true.
But who the fuck getting after the quarterback? And
You're
if we're
right.
not going to develop these young edges that we just brought in, we're not going to develop them, then it's pointless.
And how do you feel with that? How do you feel about Jim Swartz? Do you think he should have got it, or do you like Todd? I like the Todd Monken hire. Don't get me wrong, but that cost you Jim Swartz. And how
I
do you
like it.
feel
I
about
don't love
that?
it. I like
Okay.
it. I don't love it. I don't love it. Like, we're talking about a dude who literally transformed our defense. And the shit that he does in terms of scheming, I, I can't remember the last time we've had a defensive coordinator like that who schemes up things like the way he does, to the point where college coaches are developing that way of blitzing and that brand of coverage, and splitting half the field and having one side run cover two, the other side run a cover six or a cover three on this side. Like, he's a mastermind with that. And it would have been nice to see him at least get the opportunity to see if he can be a mastermind in terms of scheming a whole football program.
I
But
think they
Todd
should have gave
Monken
him.
deserves a shot too. Todd Monken
Yeah,
deserves a shot too. So I'm not gonna go too hard on that decision. And I'm not gonna go too hard on Andrew Berry either, because I feel like Andrew Berry is the Barack Obama. Like, we put
that's
you
a
in this
great. That's
position
great. That's a great one.
we put you in this position just so we can make bullshit choices and
Yep.
blame it on you.
It
Easy.
just it's crazy to think of it like that, but you're right. Because like I said, he's the puppet. He's the puppet.
Yep.
And
Yep.
all these fans, it's Andrew Berry. It's not Andrew Berry. That owner, bro, is calling everything.
Hmm.
Those guys above him, they call it Moneyball. The Moneyball guy. I can't remember his name, but the Moneyball guy. What are we doing? They draft at a certain age, and that's all bullshit. All bullshit aside, we got this draft to talk about, and we gonna do
We
that.
do.
We gonna do that. But we
We
gonna
ain't
cut
get
it
to
there.
touch on this though,
What up?
because I still got some more to say. How much time we got?
7 minutes. You good? 7 minutes.
In terms of when it comes to the Deshaun Watson thing, I'm gonna just make it as clear as this for people who don't believe that it's the upper people and they think it's Andrew Berry. I'm gonna make it this simple. Do you think Andrew Berry got $230 million to offer anybody? And I will leave it at that. It's that simple. Whose pocketbook you think he playing with? You think they didn't sign off on that decision? You think that wasn't their idea? You think Andrew Berry was like, well, shit, we can just offer Deshaun Watson 230 million. And everybody was like, I mean, if that's what you want to do, get the fuck out of here. Come on, man.
Hey,
It
what you
don't
say,
even make
Barack
sense.
Obama? What you say,
Come
Barack
on, bro.
Obama?
Barack Obama, man. He was trying to bring change. That's it. He was trying to bring change. They wouldn't let him bring change. They said, no, 230 million. And it's on your head. This
And
better work out.
you know what's crazy? That draft that he just drafted, that was all him. That was
That had a
all
lot more to
him.
do with him than anybody else. Facts.
Exactly. Everybody hated that linebacker pick, but bro, that motherfucker is a dog.
Defensive rookie of the year.
He's a fucking dog, and that's all Barry.
The brother had 150 tackles as a rookie. You go look and tell me the last time a linebacker did that.
Luke Kuechly.
Thank you. And isn't he a Hall of Famer?
Oh, is he? Yeah,
I
he
believe
is.
so. I believe so. I don't care what nobody says.
Man, listen, and you know what's crazy with that too? They even tried. They even tried to sabotage, bro. They had him pick. I want your reaction real quick because we got about 5 minutes. I want your all right. Do in the third pick, third round in the NFL draft. The Cleveland Browns select Dylan Gabriel. What was your reaction?
Um, when my initial reaction was that right there. I burst out laughing like, "Oh, we drafted the 5'8" dude who can't see over anybody." Okay, cool, cool. I was thinking Shador then. I was like, "That's the perfect time to go get Shador." We didn't. I was like, "Cool." I already see what's going on. But the fact that we then went and drafted Shador was like, oh, y'all trying to sabotage that man. I don't care how y'all spend that. I don't
Mhm.
care. No, man. No. And
And
I
it's
was sorry that he got drafted here because I knew what they was gonna try to do to him. But the thing is, it's funny how God worked because they couldn't stop him. They couldn't stop him. By the end of the season, who was starting?
yep.
And it's gonna be the same story this time.
And it's crazy if he wasn't talented, bro. The 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 man got some skill. Look at Dylan Gabriel. He's a fucking leprechaun. At Oregon, he was a check down merchant. I call him the
Yes.
check down merchant. Look at that Ohio State tape. Half of them fucking throws were ducks, bro.
Bro.
And when he did launch it deep, dude was wide open. Denzel Burke was getting cooked that whole game. The quarterback
Yes.
was getting cooked.
Yes.
Dylan Gabriel, check down merchant, average yards of depth passing wise, 8 yards, bro. Like, come on, man. Come on, bro.
You can't
Check
see
down
over the
merchant.
line. If you can't see over the line, you can't see what the safeties is doing. It's just that simple. And if that's really your number one read and you can't see it, how can you read a defense? It just doesn't make sense. And then you look at Shador and the excuses that people used to justify how they was doing that, man, I had never heard foolishness like that in my life. So you're telling me he dropped because he was arrogant? Baker didn't drop? Motherfuckers traded up to get Johnny Manziel. And you're
What
telling
about
me
what
that
about Ryan?
arrogance was what dropped him.
What about Ryan Leaf? What about
Ryan Leaf was terrible. And he
exactly?
was
What about
he convinced everybody that he was good.
yeah? What's the other
That's a
guy that
fact.
was San Diego? He played for San Diego. Quarterback. He just played last year with the Colts.
Philip Rivers?
Philip Rivers, fucking arrogant as shit, bro.
Yeah.
Arrogant.
Yep. 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 And these guys didn't drop. They got drafted high.
Yeah.
So it's like we use certain things with Shador for the simple fact that we can't stand his bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
And if we being honest, that's what it's about. Because what else
Yep.
could it be? The fact that he came into it who he was, he came into it already a superstar. Y'all
The
don't
way
want to see that. Y'all don't like to see that watch going in the air. Why does that
no,
bother people so mad?
I don't get it because it creates ticket sales, bro. It puts people in seats. It
Bro,
sells out your merchandise. Motherfuckers got watches on. Like everybody is cooling, bro. Look at everywhere we went. Everybody threw their wrist up, bro.
come on,
Everywhere.
bro. Come on, bro.
Preseason games. Like, come
Come on,
on,
bro.
man.
And if that's what deterred y'all, then what was the hype about Tebow? It's just
Ooh,
too
that's
it's
good.
too inconsistent.
It
It's too
is.
inconsistent for me to believe that y'all that it was just politics. This is deeper than even politics. This is we don't like you and we don't have a reason. You're sure of yourself and you're a black man and you shouldn't be sure of yourself as a black quarterback in this league.
They told him to put that Kendrick on, sit down, be humble, bro. That's what
Come
they
on,
wanted
bro.
him to do, bro.
That's what
Tap
they wanted
in.
him to do. Play the game.
Man,
No, you're not acting like a traditional quarterback.
yeah, that's exact. Go ahead, switch positions, boy. That's what they wanted him to
Come
do.
on, man. Go play tight end.
Yep,
You know how that go, man. So it's like, all right, we gonna push him all the way down to the bottom of the depth chart.
yep.